Most retirees make one critical mistake that quietly costs them thousands of dollars every single year. And the worst part is, most of them never even realize it is happening. My name is Rasmus, and here at Rule by Seniors, we have seen this same mistake over and over again. People work their entire lives, they pay into Social Security for decades, and then when retirement finally arrives, they have no clear plan for how to combine their Social Security benefits with their personal savings. And that missing plan is exactly what separates a retirement that feels comfortable and secure from one that feels uncertain and stressful. Today, Rasmus is going to change that for you. Stay with me until the end, because what you are about to learn could put thousands of extra dollars back into your retirement and protect your financial future for the next 20 or 30 years. Let us start with the basics. Social Security was never designed to be your only source of income in retirement. It was designed to be a foundation, a reliable, steady base that you build everything else on top of. As of January 2026, the average Social Security retirement benefit is $2,074 per month. For many retirees, that covers essential expenses like housing, utilities, and groceries, but it often does not cover everything. Medical costs, transportation, home repairs, and the simple desire to enjoy retirement all require additional income. That is where your personal savings come in. And the way you combine these two sources of income matters far more than most people realize. Here at Rule by Seniors, we also want you to know that in 2026, nearly 71 million beneficiaries received a 2.8% cost of living adjustment, which means monthly payments went up automatically to help keep pace with inflation. That is good news. But even with that increase, most retirees still need a smart savings strategy working alongside their Social Security income to truly feel secure. Here at Rule by Seniors, we want to walk you through exactly how to think about this combination so that your money works harder for you every single month. The first thing to understand is timing. When you decide to start taking Social Security, has a direct impact on how much you receive every month for the rest of your life. If you claim Social Security at age 62, which is the earliest possible age, your monthly benefit will be permanently reduced. Depending on your full retirement age, that reduction can be as much as 25 to 30%. On the other hand, if you delay claiming Social Security past your full retirement age, your benefit grows by approximately 8% for every year you wait, up until age 70. And here's a number that might surprise you. If you delay all the way to age 70, your maximum possible benefit can reach as high as $581 per month. That is the power of patience when it comes to Social Security. Over a 20 or 25-year retirement, the difference between claiming early and waiting until 70 can add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the question becomes, if waiting to claim Social Security gives you a higher monthly benefit, what do you live on in the meantime? This is exactly where your personal savings play a critical role. Many financial experts and former Social Security advisors suggest a strategy that Rasmus wants every retiree to understand. Use your savings first and let your Social Security benefit grow. If you retire at 65 but delay claiming Social Security until 70, you would use 5 years of personal savings to cover your living expenses during that window. Yes, your savings balance will decrease during those years, but the permanent increase in your monthly Social Security benefit can more than make up for that withdrawal over time. This strategy works especially well for people who are in good health and have a family history of longevity, because the longer you live, the more valuable a higher monthly benefit becomes. Now, Rasmus also wants to be completely honest with you. This strategy does not work the same way for everyone. If you have limited savings, relying on them for several years before claiming Social Security may not be realistic. In that case, claiming earlier and supplementing with careful budgeting and savings management may be the better path. The key is understanding your own numbers. How much do you have saved? How much do you spend each month? What is your current health situation? And what does your monthly Social Security benefit look like at different claiming ages? You can find your personalized benefit estimates by logging into your account on the official Social Security Administration website. Rule by Seniors strongly encourages every retiree to review those numbers before making any decisions. Let us talk about another important piece of this puzzle, and that is the type of savings accounts you are drawing from in retirement. Not all retirement savings are treated the same way when it comes to taxes. If you have money in a traditional IRA or traditional 401k, those withdrawals are taxed as ordinary income. That means if you withdraw a large amount in a single year, it could push you into a higher tax bracket and even cause a portion of your Social Security benefits to become taxable. Yes, Social Security benefits can be taxed. If your combined income, which includes your adjusted gross income plus half of your Social Security benefit, exceeds certain thresholds, up to 85% of your Social Security benefit may be subject to federal income tax. This is something Rasmus and the entire Rule by Seniors team see cause confusion for retirees all the time. They assume Social Security income is tax-free, and then they are surprised when their tax bill is higher than expected. The good news is that with smart planning, you can manage your withdrawals in a way that minimizes your tax burden. For example, if you also have money in a Roth IRA, withdrawals from a Roth account are generally tax-free in retirement. By strategically mixing withdrawals from taxable accounts and tax-free accounts, you can keep your combined income below the thresholds that trigger Social Security taxation. This kind of tax-smart withdrawal strategy can save retirees thousands of dollars every single year. Another area where combining Social Security and savings requires careful thought is healthcare costs. Medicare becomes available at age 65, but Medicare does not cover everything. Premiums, deductibles, co-payments, and costs for dental, vision, and hearing care can add up quickly. Many retirees find that healthcare is one of their largest monthly expenses, sometimes even larger than housing. Rasmus wants you to think about your savings not just as income replacement, but also as a healthcare cushion. Having a dedicated portion of your savings set aside specifically for medical expenses gives you peace of mind and protects your regular monthly budget from unexpected bills. Some retirees use a health savings account, commonly known as an HSA, for this purpose. If you contributed to an HSA during your working years, those funds can be withdrawn tax-free for qualified medical expenses in retirement, making them one of the most valuable savings tools available to seniors. Now, let us talk about something that many retirees do not plan for carefully enough, and that is the sequence of withdrawals. The order in which you draw down your different accounts can have a major impact on how long your money lasts. A common approach is to spend taxable accounts first, then tax-deferred accounts like traditional IRAs, and finally tax-free accounts like Roth IRAs. By preserving your Roth savings for later in retirement, you give those funds more time to grow tax-free. And because Roth accounts do not have required minimum distributions, you are not forced to withdraw money you do not need yet. Required minimum distributions, or RMDs, are mandatory withdrawals that the government requires you to take from traditional IRAs and 401k accounts starting at age 73. Failing to take your RMD results in significant tax penalties, so this is something Rasmus wants every retiree to have on their radar well before they reach that age. Now, there is one more important rule Rasmus wants you to know about, especially if you are still working while receiving Social Security benefits. In 2026, the earnings limit is $24,180 per year. If your income goes above that amount and you have not yet reached full retirement age, Social Security will temporarily withhold $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn above that limit. But here is what many retirees do not realize. Those withheld amounts are not permanently lost. Once you reach full retirement age, Social Security recalculates your benefit and credits those months back into your payment. Rasmus wants to make sure you understand this clearly because so many retirees panic when they hear about withheld benefits, thinking the money is gone forever. It is not. Here's a practical example that brings all of this together. Imagine a retiree named Margaret. She is 67 years old, recently retired, and has $280,000 saved in a mix of a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. Her full retirement age is 67, so she is eligible to claim her full Social Security benefit right now, which would be around $2,074 per month, based on today's average. But she is in good health and decides to wait until age 70 to claim, which could push her monthly benefit significantly higher, potentially close to $2,600 or more, depending on her earnings history. During the 3 years she waits, Margaret draws from her traditional IRA to cover living expenses, keeping her annual withdrawals low enough to minimize her tax burden. When she turns 70, she begins receiving her higher Social Security benefit. At that point, she reduces her IRA withdrawals significantly because Social Security is now covering a much larger portion of her monthly needs. Her Roth IRA continues growing tax-free, and she uses it strategically for larger expenses like a home repair or a medical bill. By combining her Social Security timing, her account withdrawals, and her tax planning, Margaret is able to make her money last significantly longer than if she had simply claimed Social Security at 67 and started withdrawing savings without a clear plan. Rasmus shares examples like Margaret's because retirement finance does not have to be overwhelming. It becomes much more manageable when you break it into clear decisions. When do I claim Social Security? Which accounts do I draw from first? How do I keep my taxes low? And how do I protect my savings for healthcare and unexpected expenses? These are the questions that matter most, and the answers are different for every retiree depending on their personal situation. What rule Buy Seniors always recommends is this: before you make any major decisions about Social Security or your retirement savings, take time to review your full financial picture. Look at your monthly expenses. Review your Social Security benefit estimates. Understand what accounts you have and how each one is taxed. And if possible, speak with a financial advisor or a benefits counselor who specializes in retirement planning for seniors. The decisions you make in the first few years of retirement can shape your financial security for the next 20 or 30 years. Getting them right is absolutely worth the time and effort. Social Security combined with smart savings management is one of the most powerful financial tools available to American retirees. It was built by decades of hard work and payroll contributions, and Rasmus believes, along with everyone here at Rule by Seniors, that every senior deserves to get the most out of what they earned. Stay informed, stay prepared, and remember that small, smart decisions made today can protect your financial future for years to come. Rasmus wants to leave you with one thought before you go. You did not work your entire life to spend your retirement worrying about money. You earned this. Every paycheck, every tax contribution, every single year of hard work was an investment in your future security. And Rule by Seniors is here to make sure that investment pays off exactly the way it should. Do not let confusion or a lack of information cost you what you rightfully deserve. If this video gave you clarity today, please hit that like button right now and share it with someone you care about because every retiree deserves to have this information. Subscribe to Rule by Seniors so you never miss a video that could protect your benefits or your savings. And Rasmus wants to hear from you in the comments below. What state are you watching from today? Have you already decided when to claim Social Security? Or are you still figuring it out? Drop your answer below because your experience could be exactly what another retiree needs to hear right now. And stay tuned, because in our next video here on Rule by Seniors, Rasmus is going to reveal the one Social Security mistake that even smart retirees make that can permanently reduce their monthly benefit. You do not want to miss that one. Take care of yourself, stay financially strong, and Rasmus will see you in the next one, right here on Rule by Seniors.